trying to capture the bee. Is that the bee? I don't know. Anyway, bees go from flower to flower, collecting nectar, but at the same time they're also spreading as they're flying nectar. The pollen from the flowers. So they're getting the nectar, at the same time doing what is it called? The pollen. If you can get that. But sometimes when they fly, the pollen fall off from their backs, from their hair, from their, from wherever they keep the pollen at. Pollen becomes like nectar that other flowers have. They put it in, they bring it back to their home, which is the beehive, and obviously that's when it becomes forms into a liquid, which is honey. So, that's how that system works. Nature is beautiful. We thank Jesus because he created everything that has to do with nature and living things. I'm talking about animals and humans. The Lord did not create, like cars and buildings and food stores. He didn't create that. With food stores, he created the food that's in there, because in different processes, food is made, but they put it in the stores. But the food that's in there, was made. Like, for instance, bread. Bread is really wheat or corn grind all together, adding other spices that come from other plants that are grown in big giant fields that farmers deal with. Then it gets distributed amongst other different facilities, which it's like a whole process that then they bring that material and add more to it, or whatever ingredients it is to make that specific food, like bread or dough to make pizza. It could be, it's all like in a factory. Some are made in factories where it's either just machines making that food, specific type of food, or it's actual, humans that work in a factory, being a part of that process as well. But that's what I'm saying. That's what makes everything so beautiful. Because of the process and how long it takes. I mean, yes, humans are a part of it because they make it. I'm saying they partake in making it like bread, which is a beautiful process to learn. But if you would never be able to make bread if it wasn't the Lord giving the material spices to make the bread. It's like there's bunches of flowers. The bunch, like, how beautiful is that? And the smell is beautiful. And then the humans take it and make perfume. It's human created, it's not, the Lord did not create perfume, but, obviously everybody enjoys perfume. I'm not saying that it's bad, because it's not, because I love perfume. But really, the Lord didn't say, go ahead and take this plant to make this perfume. That's just what humans think, Look at this. This is called like a wasp. I don't think it's a wasp. I think it's more like that's a bumblebee. That's in this. It's going, ooh, it's going up there. It's getting the pollen. But see, that's what makes everything so beautiful. And then when you get it up close to the actual leaves, then you can kind of like see the veins of the leaves. Look at that. I'm trying not to move the camera so much. Ooh, I got mad close. One just fell in there. But that's why I love taking videos and everything. Just taking pictures and everything like that is good. So so now I'm gonna go this way. See if I can see any more buzzing bees or wasps or bumblebees. I don't see anything in here. These are all smaller. Anyway, it's like this tree. This tree has this is the skin of the tree. It's called bark. It's what protects the tree. That's why we don't just pick it off. That fell. But it's called bark. Look at that. It's the skin of the tree. It's what protects it from, well, other little ants make holes and stuff, and other animals, but protects them, I don't know, for other bigger animals. I don't know. You can look it up. Always look things up. That's what I do. If you don't know, look it up. You don't have to always know everything, because I sure don't. I sometimes, well, usually mommy only knows part of things, not the whole entire thing. Like, I can't sit there and have a full conversation about bark on a tree, because I don't know much. You know? But if you obviously look it up or get into the groove of, you know, looking at National Geographics and specific trees, how they grow, what type of bark is on there, you know? So I like National Geographics. National Geographics is basically a nature channel that, like, literally gives you a bunch of detailed information about everything. Talking about everything. And it's very important to want to learn about life. Even, let's just say, you're that kind of person that just doesn't like nature. Maybe you're really not a nature person, into animals or how plants grow, you know, living things. But maybe you're really into the body structure, the digestive system, the digestive system, and how every system in the body works, from how you swallow, how the food breaks down. I mean, you know, you could be really involved in the body, like more like molecules and neutrons, electrons, what connects together, what, how many atoms make a person. Talk about actual, like really deep, detailed information, like science stuff like that, from bodies, or it could be like, material things. How much mass does a specific, object have? What about gravity? What is gravity? Why is it important? And why do we need it? Or why does gravity not exist in outer space? Why, like for instance, astronauts, why do they float? Why is there no gravity in a specific level of space and air? Look up the word gravity. How about the solar system? Maybe you're into space. Maybe you like plants, or learn about the Earth's gravitation, or what is the specific number what's the specific number of the speed of light? What's the actual space number? I don't know. As long as you learn something about life, that's all Mom asks of all her kids, is just to open up the book. If it's not a book, a computer. If it's not a computer, some sort of device that gives you knowledge or information. The dictionary. You could look up the thesaurus. There's a book called a thesaurus that has valuable word information. Maybe you're more into words. You want to know what this word means. Like the word anonymous. Look up the word anonymous. Learn to use the word in the proper sentence, Maybe you're more into grammar and how things are spelled and how you use it. Maybe you're into poetry. I'm into poetry. I love poetry. Poetry is about words and how do you use words and adjectives, I mean, the world is so full of different and bright ideas. Maybe you're into agriculture. Agriculture is only specifically for the growing of plants and the process of growing your own plants. I mean, maybe you're really not into agriculture. Maybe you're really into electronics. Like, have you ever wondered, how is computer gadget actually made? How do you make those functions function? What is a motherboard? I mean, do you know what a motherboard is? Like, have you opened up a computer and looked it up, or opened it up and checked it out? I don't know. How to make CD discs? How do they really put those words in a CD? How is it actually really made? There's another show called How Is It Made? And you literally get to see how things are actually made, from the liquid substance to the solid. Or maybe you just want to know about the Bible, Jesus Christ, our loving Father, how he loves and worships everything about. What happened? Just get knowledge and information. Don't just sit there and be at a computer or TV, frying your brain away. Learn to love, learn to respect. So that's my advice for you guys.